Kanye West has had feuds with many people: Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, Donald Trump, and lately even Cenat. But why does Kanye suddenly hate one of the world's most popular streamers so much? And how is Kanye's relationship with Kai losing him millions of dollars every single day? I'll reveal exactly why on today's episode of The Shawnee Show. Most people think the Kai and Kanye feud over his failing clothing line is where this story ends, but it's a lot deeper than that. So let's go to the day this all started, March 16th, 2024.
Kanye just cursed me out!
Kanye West?
Yes, bruh!
But that's our people.
Kai gets sent a pair of sweatpants from Kanye's new clothing line. The only problem is that they weren't exactly Kai's size. In fact, I don't think that they would even fit a sumo wrestler. There's several ways you would expect someone rich and famous like Kai to react to getting a pair of sweatpants like this. Option 1 is he tries them on off stream and notices that they're not the right size and lets Kanye's team know, hey, you guys sent the wrong size. When you send the right ones, I'll try them on. Option B is you give the first impression on stream, but you say, hey guys, it doesn't fit, but the pants look amazing. Instead, Kai does this.
Yeah!
Now, Kanye goes on to handle this situation in literally the worst way possible. He wrote a long message to Kai, and they went back and forth for a while, but it started with, don't make no jokes about my clothes when you ain't saying nothing about what Adidas is doing. Now, I want to preface this with the fact that Kanye is not the most Instagram savvy guy out there. He wrote to an account, this was very recent, wrote to an account called Baby Keem Memes, thinking that it was the actual Baby Keem, and they chatted for way too long. Now anyway, Kanye posted his message to Kai on Instagram stories, which is not only very petty, but also extremely strange. If you think about the times where people leak DMs, it tends to be a DM that they received or a much larger conversation, not just a one message that you sent to someone else. So if Kanye genuinely wanted the situation resolved, which you should, given the fact that Kai is the biggest streamer on Twitch, leaking a DM is not a very good start. Okay, so here's the thing. Kai wasn't really making any jokes about the pants. He was simply showing and then later saying he was obviously sent the wrong size. Even in today's fashion world, this is clearly the wrong size because they literally don't stay on his legs. Then the part about Adidas is completely out of nowhere. Kanye thinks that he's entitled to receiving more than just an impression of his clothes when he's not. Kai doesn't need to comment on the Adidas situation because it has nothing to do with him. Kanye thinks everyone should bow down to him and swear off all his enemies, otherwise you're an enemy. It's ridiculous. The truth is Kanye made Adidas billions of dollars, but then he said he liked a certain German dictator and Adidas cut him off. Kanye, how did you expect Kai to review the clothes? Like, honestly, you know, he tries them on and he's just like, you know, hey bro, these don't fit, but fuck Adidas. Like, what even is that? Then Kanye said, when the Vulture song came out, you ain't play my verse. Now, Kai literally played his verse when that song came out. I can't play the clip because of copyright, but you can look it up. The much larger issue here is that Kai was not paid by Kanye to play his verse. He's not beholden to him whatsoever. Either Kai genuinely likes something and decides to share it with his community, or he's paid to advertise a product. Kanye coming at Kai for not playing his verse is the equivalent of Logan Paul releasing a new flavor of Prime and then DMing Kai like, what the hell dude, why didn't you try my new flavor? If it sounds ridiculous, it's because it is. Kanye expects the rich and famous to choose sides and then never change their side no matter what. Then Kanye wrote, you controlled, don't play with me. Kai is not controlled. If anything, he's the least controlled streamer there is. There were some allegations about Kai's misconduct on his subathon last year, and given the fact that he was making millions of dollars for Twitch, they didn't ban him. Now, it's true that they've banned Kai many times before, but they always unban him shortly after. My point is this. At any moment, Kai could go stream on Kick or YouTube for a multi-million dollar deal, but he chooses to stay on Twitch. If he were controlled, he would be in multiple big exclusive contracts that force him to follow strict guidelines. And if you've ever watched 5 minutes of Cenat, you know that the guy says whatever's on his mind. Kanye finished the first message with, don't play with me. Kai would be playing games if he told Kanye in person that he loved the pants and then went on stream and said that he didn't, which is not the case here. So already Kanye has proved himself to be extremely entitled and naive. Then Kai responded in a way Kanye and probably most people would never expect. He just wrote back, what the f I do. That will rattle someone like Kanye in this situation because he thinks he's bigger than Kai, so he expected an apology, instead he got the opposite. Now, I won't break down every message from this exchange, but basically Kai asks Kanye if he wants to explain himself over a call. Kanye denies it because he thinks that he's bigger than Kai, and accepting this call would interfere with his God complex, and that's just not something that Kanye's ever going to do. All Kanye wants is for everyone to fold to his way of thinking, like many of his fans have, despite saying such hateful things. But Kai literally said this before sending his next message.
That might be folding.
Kai assured Kanye that no jokes were made and that it was just an issue with the size. Then we see the full extent of Kanye's paranoia. Rather than seek help though, Kanye just slowly turns his paranoia into hate, responding back, "So you ain't doing nothing wrong, I just felt this way for no reason." Now, this is textbook paranoia, and there's 4 steps every paranoid person like Kanye does when confronted in a situation like this. Number 1 is they get defensive. 2 is they look to get aggressive and lash out. And 3, they have confirmation bias, desperately seeking evidence that proves their false claims, like the fact that he said Kai didn't play his verse. In fact, he did. And number 4 is escalation, which is what you're about to see now. After Kai confronted Kanye's paranoia, Kanye went full hate and told Kai that he was just a pawn and was told to diss his clothes. The irony is that Kai plays Kanye's music every day as his outro music. Kanye's solution to every disagreement is to just tell the person that they've been bought. And also, how would that even work, Kanye? You send Kai a pair of clothes, and the CEO of Twitch writes to Kanye and says, "You can't say anything good about Kanye." I mean, that seems pretty far-fetched when Kai even complimented the other stuff he was sent, just not the pants. So there's zero evidence here that he's a pawn, which is why Kai just said, Adidas, for the fun of it. But Kanye doesn't care about evidence, and he never has. Kanye then just makes matters worse and tries to big league Kai by just sending his manager to talk to him instead. Mr. Monopoly, as he's called, Kanye's manager, sounded completely unprepared on the phone, like as if he has never heard of Cenat before, and he just treated Kai like he was very beneath him, especially in this moment here.
Yeah, I'm basically just.
Hold on, listen. I'm not finished. Because as a people, I believe.
I would ask Kanye, why would you send someone to belittle the biggest streamer in the world? If your goal was to actually find an amicable solution, you would tell your guy to see what Kai had to say, not treat him like he's a kid in a principal's office. Look, Kanye's frustration with Kai is not that he's bought. It's just the fact that he's not bought by him. Kanye's hate isn't going to die out because Kai has proven that he will never sell his soul. For example, when Kai tried Prime, he gave his honest review that some flavors were terrible.
Prime!
It doesn't matter if Logan and KSI are Kai's friends, he's going to tell the truth, which is why so many people have enjoyed Kai's streams from the very beginning. He hasn't changed. Fame has not changed Kai. Also, Logan and KSI know something that Kanye doesn't, which is 100,000 non-paid reviews is infinitely better than 100 fake ones.
Like swallowing perfume.
That's why you see Prime blowing up and Kanye's clothing line struggling. Kanye has had opportunities to make millions just from going on Twitch streams. Nicki Minaj went on Kai's stream and her album debuted as #1 on the charts. Ice Spice has also taken huge advantage of the opportunity to be on Kai's stream. It's the fact that the days of late night talk shows are over. Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel have a way smaller platform than Cenat, and the world is starting to see it, except for Kanye. Cenat bringing artists onto his stream to help them promote music is the future, and he is not doing it through an exclusive contract with a network, but just on a platform that he can leave at any time. If anyone is bought, it's the talk shows that Kanye has been on previously, not Kai. Do you really think this kid from the Bronx who started making content at 13 years old and never gave up, staying up until 5 in the morning editing videos, and even stayed in a shelter at some point, is going to sell out now? This is a list of feuds that Kanye has right now, and you can see how large it is. Kanye has a very extensive history of jabbing at someone and then never stopping his hatred. For example, he said Hailey Bieber got a nose job because she defended a journalist that wrote something critical of Kanye. Then he warned Justin to leave Hailey because of it. This is not normal behavior. Kanye was also given a chance to be on Aiden's stream, and that stream would have broken the internet, probably would have gotten about 500k live viewers, but instead, Kanye told Aiden, "You Jews aren't going to tell me what to say." You can see that Kanye will continue to burn bridges defending his impulsive thoughts.